Hey guys, one of the most common questions I get, if not the most common question, is regarding taking Anavar as a standalone anabolic. And this is something that I did when about 8 months ago, I did an Anavar only cycle. Started off with 20 milligrams a day and then worked my way up to 40. And it was like, for me, it was just about getting my feet wet for anabolics, because I suspected that I wanted to do actual testosterone, and I had a source for Anavar, so I'm like, might as well try it, you know what I mean? I did research, and I understood at the time that it does suppress testosterone and it has other side effects, but it is as well the most safest oral steroid. Maybe Proviron is as well, I don't know, but it's up there. But safe, but as well has pretty great effects, anabolic effects as well. When you look at the anabolic to androgenic rating, there's a reason why it is a desirable and commonly used anabolic. Now, about the Anavar only cycle, I've kind of mixed feelings about this. First of all, you can do it. If you do it, I wouldn't run more than 20 milligrams a day. If you run more than 20 milligrams a day, I believe that's when you'll start running into some of the side effects and testosterone suppression that will be undesirable. And when you come off it, there'll be a greater rebound effect from it. And you might need to use some type of PCT. Around 20 for a pre-workout effect, you'll definitely start feeling the pre-workout effect. You might gain a little bit of strength and size, maybe a little bit. You only run it for 6 weeks, so you will make gains. Now the question is, are those gains worth doing that? Because there is risks. Again, the testosterone suppression in itself, you might lose libido. For me, it didn't really happen too much with me, but I did sense, especially when I was rebounding, when I came off it, there was, I believe, some suppression in just my general energy levels, I would say, weren't that great for about a week or two, and then I was fine after that. But now, knowing what I know now, I believe that it should, quote, should, whatever that means, be taken with testosterone as a base. And the reason why is, for one, the main reason is that you won't have the testosterone suppression, because you're providing that external supply of it, so it'll be there, and it has as a base. So you'll have the base, and then you can add the Anavar, which is like a DHT derived anabolic on top of that, and it works really well together. And why it works well, it has like a synergistic effect, I call it. When you'll start to get the drive and the size gains from testosterone, and Anavar provides a really drier strength and size gains, like those, just that cumulative effect together, it's like 1 + 1 = 3. 1 + 1 = 2, but for some reason the additive effect is more than the sum of the two themselves, if that makes sense. Personally, if I was to recommend a beginner cycle to somebody that's beyond just taking testosterone, first of all, figure out what your limit of testosterone is before you start getting the estrogenic effects. To be safe, 250. Now, if you want to bump it up, 300, 400, around 400, that's when I started really feeling it. But then you can add something like a Primobolan or a Masteron at around a 1-to-1 ratio. Some people take a little less, some people take a little more. Run that first for 2 months or a month and a half. around. Okay? Then add the Anavar for the last 6 weeks of the 3-month cycle. In doing so, the cumulative effect you'll get from, first of all, when the testosterone, because that takes around 3 weeks for that to really start kicking in, at least. And you might not notice really substantial strength or size gains for another few weeks after that. So it's taking effect. The Masteron's taking effect, or the Primo Bone's a great one. That's what I did. And then you add the Anavar. Then you'll be, I think that is the perfect use of it. Using as a standalone, like I said, you can do it. 20 milligrams pre-workout. Get your feet wet, try it out. Your dick might be a little softer than you want it to be for a bit. But other than that, like, you'll start feeling the effects of Anavar, and you'll start feeling what taking steroids is all about, I guess, if that's really what you want to do. But if you really want to just take steroids, sorry, I had to dodge some traffic there. If you really want to take steroids, you know, getting your feet wet is one thing, but just jumping off the diving board is another way, just jumping into it. And if you're it depends what your goals are. If your goals are for substantial strength and size gains, then, you know, taking testosterone as a base, I think, is the goal there. Otherwise, it might just not be worth it, and it's not worth the potential risks involved in just taking an Anavar only. But that being said, Anavar is relatively safe, so you should be good. You might feel shit for 2 weeks after stop taking it, or you're not 100% in the gym. To be honest, it was minimal for me, and I was taking up to 40 milligrams a day. And if you decide to take it, I suggest taking it sublingually, because especially at the pre-workout, that hits your system super quick, and you'll get the pre-workout effect, which is pretty much the reason why I like it so much, like the drive you get at that gym, and over time you'll start to see muscle definition and muscle strength 100% because of its anabolic properties. I'll leave it there, guys. What are your thoughts about Anavar only cycle? Again, it's something that I usually get once every few weeks, somebody commenting on that. It's a very common question, inquiring about Anavar only cycle. I got one today, so this is my response to that. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.